welcome to game 2 of week 5. We head back to Daisy Cruiser. This time on day, we have the Manila Sunrise as the Spitballs taking on the number 1 team in the league, the Bangkok Ballers as the Bows. I'm Nuke on commentary, alone once again. None of the GMs just want to make it, so it is what it is. Green Koopa starting us off with a single. Koopa's a quick, and then we have Koopa the Killer, but flying. Don't know if we have a separate name for that. As Hammer Bro, it's a good hammer catch on that to snag out Red Parrot first. I still have a cough, so apologies if my commentary sounds a little bit snuffy or it's congested. We're going to come out the bat here. Good hit. Bringing Green Koopa home for an RBI single from Wiggler. I did forget to mention the Sunrise is number 2. They are number 2 in the league currently. So this is a battle of the Titans. Last encounter these two teams had, the Ballers did take the win. So let's see if they can do some magic here. Starting off strong though, 1-0 with 1 out. Beating with a solid single. Rather you know, have him hit a home run, but it is what it is. Birdo now. Birdo with a sad hit, but Critter bobbles it at the worst possible moment. Coming up now is Red Magic Koopa with Fire Bro on deck. Now he decides not to bobble it. That's 1, that's 2, double play. Despite a scary set of loaded bases, that didn't end well for the Ballers on top of the first, only scoring up 1 run. Sunrise now taking their first stat bat of the game with GDB starting us off here against Fiber on the mound. GDB, one of the most consistent hitters in the league, and for a good reason too. He's been getting on base a lot. As of week 4, if I can get the stats up, he's 7th in the league in the batting, with the highest batting, third highest batting average with 705. As Hammer Bro rips one down to center field, that is gone. Sunrise take the lead. As expected from Hammer Bro, one of the best hitters in the league right now. I believe he is not double digits just yet. However, he is 4th in the league for batting average at 666. Rebuke the energy for that. K-Rool now. K-Rool, I believe he leads the league in home runs. Used to be Bowser, but now Bowser has fallen off significantly since the season has ended. Has the season 1 ended? And oh my goodness gracious, what a play! I lost my words there because how amazing that play was. Now we have Mimey probably going to get caught up by Dry Bones. Not a good first inning for Firebro, giving up the lead, but it is a 1-run difference. So, and we're only in the 2nd inning, so anything can happen here. As the man himself comes to the bat here, pre-charges on Joe Hendry. Probably the best pitcher in the league right now, having 3 complete games. Green Dry Bones hustling there. That is dropping extremely fast, and they get there on time. Joe Hendry, I believe, one of the only characters, if not the only character in the league who has a complete game under his belt. Nonetheless, he has 3 complete games under his belt. So that's an impressive feat from a me on top of that. I don't believe any character has that big of an accolade, and that is gone. Tie game. Tribone's now up to bat. Good hammer catch there. He gets out. Green Koopa now. I'm gonna slap here as Hammer Bro snags it. The game is tied 2-2 now. As the Sunrise, almost said McBeast for a second, as the Sunrise take their 2nd shot at the plate. Roadhouse coming up, and then Tiny Kong, and then Joe Hendry rounding out the first 3 of the batting order, as Green Toad has some awful contact on that ball. Tiny Kong turned to redeem what Green Toad just did, but whiffs it for strike one. Not a good start. Good slap, medium trash, that drops for a single. They're gonna say his name and he appears, Joe Hendry. A good hit, but Koopa gets there on time. Waluigi now. Good play slap will get him on base. If he... Okay. You know, a little bit more, like, right, and that would have probably been gone. He's going to star hit here. Nice. Got past the first, second baseman there. Bringing up GDB. Mr. Consistent. And bases will be loaded for Hammer Bro. That's why you always want a drive button on your team. Hammer Bro coming up to bat now. A good hit. We'll give them the lead. It's gonna start pitch here. Lines it to right field, and that will be the lead for the Sunrise. 2 RBI single for Hammer Bro, hitting 4 RBIs this game. Giving the Sunrise the lead. Barbara will be switching out for probably Birdo, I believe. Yeah, Birdo will be swapping in for Fire Bro. Kind of trying to look for, is that gone? That will be gone. Back-to-back home, not back-to-back home runs, but back-to-back RBI shots by Ambro and Critter to clear the bases. 2-7. K-Roll now. Trying to appeal what happened. Oh, that's foul though. That was more, if that was less right, probably a bit more left, that would have probably been gone. But, oh boy, that shot me really fast though. Is that gone? Oh my gosh, it is gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Sunrise. These two teams have a history with each other, actually. Is that another home run? Oh no, that's gone. No, that's what? Hit the wall. Like I said, these two teams have history with each other. As last season, I believe they split the series 1-1. They did not have a rivalry match. However, they will have a rivalry match in finale week. Birdo trying to strike out Green Toad while I speak. This series is 1-0 in favor of the Ballers, with a surprise win over the Sunrise. Green Toad gets struck out by Birdo, however. Not great. Red Para, Wiggler, Petey. Let's see what they can do here. Top of the third, down by 6. Pre-charging. Hit high, but not high enough and not strong enough. Jaime steals the catch. That's really funny. And then Mr. Wednesday himself going to charge here. Whips it for strike 1. Trying to go yard, but not right. He should have slapped. No, he did slap, but that was awful contact. So holy contact. Petey now. Okay, yeah, that's gone. That was probably the fastest home run ever. Like, that ball went yard. That was a bullet, like, lightning fast. And Birdo hit a single there. Oh, and that will end the inning as Red Madge hits out. It is a 5-run game now. It's Tiny Kong comes back here for the Sunrise. Tiny Kong over Slacker, but Ritter gets there with an amazing dive. Very defensive game going on here. Birdo is tired after an inning. I would be too if I gave up 6 runs in an inning. Despite last season's shortcomings, they are a very strong team. They really bounced back from the atrocity of the Season 1 Bows, even getting a win over every team in the league, actually. However, he did lose to the McVees, who lost to the last seeded team twice. That's very unlucky. As GDB hits another single, 3 for 3 with all singles. Hammerbro now coming up to bat here, as Red Match will be getting swapped out. Hammerbro hitting or batting in runs every time he has come up to bat this game. Will he do the same exact thing here? No, he will not. Rather, he will load the bases. Or Critter, who hit a home run earlier in the game. Will he do it again? I see that Star activating. He was probably going to look to Star here. He is not, though. He's going to slap. And that does bring a run home. It is 3-9 in favor of the Sunrise. But you have Cable coming up, though. This might be the nail in the coffin. Is that for strike 1? Ball 1. Awful pitch. He's looking for it. He's looking for it, and he gets all of it. That is a grand slam. 13-3. Sunrise. If Sunrise wins this game, wait, why is it 7? If Sunrise wins this game, I do believe they take over as the #1 seed. And this is it for a double once again. Green Toad now up to bat. PD getting swapped in. I just realized that they switched out. It's their 4th string. And Red Critter snags it. But that is a 5-run inning. Unfortunate. Firebro now. The ballers need to make something happen here. This is an awful game for them so far. And he will slap it though for a solid single to right field. Red Critter now. Red Critter looking to score some more runs here. A charge, but doesn't get all of it. GDB snags that for an out. Now bringing up the gray version, or the default version, I should say. Charges it up. Is that going? Is that gone? Oh no! That's just foul. And if it would have, if it gone a tiny bit, if it delayed that curve, that would have been gone. Oh no! The ballers pissed off by that call. Sunrise, me included, happy about it. Critter dives for it and ends the inning. Bringing up now, Tiny Kong, Joe Hendry, and Waluigi again. Always these three. And Red Magic catches that. Start off the inning. A good start, I'd say. A good start. But they need more. Joe Hendry, say his name and he appears. Will he hit a bomb? No, but a single. Finally on base for the first time in the league. And Petey's tired. PD is tired. Oh my goodness. You might see the 5th string as Waluigi dobbles that really high, and that gets caught. This is why don't charge Waluigi. You're keeping PD in. Keeping him in. DB trying to get on base here in the wall. Not the wall, the table will interrupt. Joe Hendry going home. That might be an RBI double. And it indeed will be an RBI double. 14-3. Sunrise. And they're swapping out PD Piranha for, I believe, Red Critter. Wiggler's getting his chance to pitch. I believe this is his first appearance on the mound. Holy curve. And that's not a good start. That is going high. That is going deep. That is gone. Hammer Bro hitting his 2nd home run of the game and batting in his 6th RBI. Apologies, I just coughed. Anyway, Critter now. It's payback for making them lose top seed back in week 3, I think. I gotta double check, but this is not a good game. 16. 16 runs is crazy. Red Para now. Unless a comeback happens, like a miracle on ice type of comeback, I don't think they can get anything done here. But hey, anything can happen, I guess. Red Para gets on base for the first time in the game as Wiggler comes to bat here. And he's going to bunt. An odd play. You want him to slap here, if anything. You need runners on base. Unless... Oh no, the item sabotaged. Yep. The item sabotaged. PD now coming up to bat here. Jonesy going to star pitch. PD's going to star? Oh, but whiffs it. Jonesy going to star pitch again as PD Piranha lines one down to left. Why did my me just run into a banana? As the lead is cut down to 12. Chris Paul, I feel like. And they're swapping out Joe Hendry. Seems like Waluigi will be taking his place on the mound now. Esperito comes to bat here. Esperito with a good charge hit. Hustling down to center left. PD is wobbling to third, sorry. Single, Red Verda with a good single. Red Madge now. Ooh, fool's ball. I think it's called fool's ball, but I'm just gonna say this while we start pitch. Going to get a good slap in there as they score the 5th run of the game. Lead is cut down to 11. Firebro now. Firebro's going to charge. Looks like the ballers finally have some life in their eyes. Oh, that might be gone. That is gone. 16-8. The lead is cut to half now. The ballers waking up as Waluigi is tired. And he's getting swapped out. He only lasts like 3 batters. King K. Rool coming up the bat here. Critter against K. Rool. Here we go. King and sidekick. That is hit high. That is hit well. Ballers have life in them again. Never mind. I take everything back. Last second. As Dry Bones comes to the bat here. Okay, we're going to star here. Good slap by Dry Bones, but Green Toad is under there right on time. A good attempt to cut the lead, and they did, but it's only 8 runs. Now it's time to have the Sunrise make their appearance once again. Will they gain those 8 runs back? Who knows? Ooh, Cray will get struck out. Not what you want to see. Get struck out looking as my own me comes to bat now. Are the wheels falling apart for the sunrise? Giving up 5. But it's only 5 runs and you're up by 8. They don't want to get greedy. Do they want to get greedy here? They kind of have to if they're afraid of losing those 8 runs in the next 2 innings. Green Toad's going to bunt. I don't know if that was the right play because there was no item. Tiny Kong now. Going to slap here. And runners on corners for Joe Hendry. Can Joe Hendry make something appear, or disappear I should say, into the ocean? Nope. The red match misses the jump. It's 17-8. It is a 9-run game now. Joe Hendry to double. I put it as a single on my stat sheet, but I caught it too early. Waluigi now. We're going to star pitch. Oh my god, what a freaking laser ball that was. Waluigi will slap here, and Red Pair will get there on time. Alright. The Ballers are only giving up 1 run that inning. But now with these next 3, they have to get on base to at least have a fighting chance to win. Green Koopa starting us off here. Awful hit, awful contact. That is an out. This brings up Red Para. Para looking to get some more runs in, but Critter gets there, gets under that ball, jumps for an out, and then we have Mr. Wednesday. Oh, that's a single. PD. Ooh, just doesn't get enough contact on it. Wiggler might be going home. No, he stays though. Runners on corners. Roberto. With 2 runners on first and second. I mean first and third, runners on corners. But an out is an out. We'll end the inning here. That is hit high. That is hit well. That's dropping really fast though. Oh, my own me catches it. Birdo tried and failed. What a combo, GDB and my me. As GDB, speaking of him, comes at the bat. Hammer Bro and Critter make their 5th appearances on the plate this game. As Red Magic gets killed by a Pablock. Condolences to the Magicals. Hammer Bro now. Will he conserve his energy for future games, or will he try and rip another one? Trying to... okay. No. No insult to injury, says Hammer Bro. Critter now. Critter hits one high, hits one deep. That might be gone, and it will. Critter hitting his 2nd home run of the game, and becomes the 3rd player on the Sunrise to hit more than 1 home run in this game as K-Rool comes to the bat here. 2 home runs in the game already. Can he make it 3? And he will make it 3. That might be gone. No, that's dropping really fast though. Yeah, no, I lied. Hammer, Critter, and K-Rool have hit 2 home runs each. That's really impressive. Red Match, Firebro, and Red Critter. The last chance for the Ballers to steal the lead. With a 10-run gap, though, they gotta make some magic happen here. If they can actually make a comeback, that'd be freaking hilarious. Not for me. That'd actually be sad for me. Looking to slap here. And settle for a single. Firebro now. trying to look to make some magic here. Fire, bro. Oh, that's foul. Oh no. Fire, bro. Rips 1-2 center field. Is this the start of a rally? They're gonna get there on time though. Oh no. Goodness me. Red Critter trying to cut it to the lead, but that's just foul. What is that? Is unfortunate. Unlucky. Another one. But he gets struck out instead. Whoa. And then we have GDB now. Okay, we're going to change up here. One more strike ends the game. For all the marbles. That is game. Dragons goes 0-4. Sunrise win by 10 runs. Your final score is 18-8. Wow. An impressive game for the Sunrise. The Ballers. What is happening? They are sputtering out. I believe the MVP it should be Hammerbro. Hammerbro snagging another MVP for the Sunrise in an impressive fashion. PD having an okay game, but the supporting cast unfortunately couldn't keep up. Holy, 5 characters with a MVP score over 100. The latter half of the lineup not really doing anything, but doesn't matter when your the rest of your team is popping off. I believe I counted correctly. 2, 4, 6. Yes, 6 RBIs this game. Anyway, I'm Nuke, and we will see you guys for Game 3.